Hello! If you have clicked on this video, then you are curious about your month of June. I do want to start by saying thank you for clicking. I love you, and I am so excited for you. I will show you 3 piles to choose from. I used my Animal Spirit Oracle by Kim Kranz to pull a couple cards, 3 cards, and you pick the one that you feel the most drawn to. So even if one of the other ones is your favorite animal or bug or whatever, okay? So the 3 piles we have is the whale, pile number 1. Pile number 2, we have the deer. And pile number 3, we have the dragonfly. So I'll show you again all side by side so you can kind of get a better visual. All right. So the timestamps will be below, whichever one you feel the most drawn to. But let's go ahead and get into pile 1. Well, my wells. So if you picked the well pile, a couple things I want to say off the bat is I'm feeling a deep sense of emotional maturity from you this month. If in the past few months you've really harnessed your emotional body in a way where maybe you used to be someone who let your emotions rule you and you kind of felt out of control with them. The well is someone who embraces their emotions and still leads with them. It's getting into the deep, deep parts of yourself, maybe even you doing some shadow work while still embracing and not being afraid of those parts of yourself. So, for the well, we're going to just pull some cards for this month for what you can expect. And we'll kind of go from there. We'll see if you need like any advice or if there's anything specific we want to get into. Okay? So pile 1, my well personalities. What do you need to hear about the month of June or the time you're watching this? All right. So the very first card that came out was the 6 of Swords with the word science. And then the Princess of Pentacles, who is the page. And the 3 of Wands. So I do have to say, you are moving on from something that, and we'll get into what it is exactly, but you're moving through something in a way that you're leaving behind something that just did not serve you, or I think it could be honestly a mental habit, like a way of thinking. You're leaving that behind to embrace this more nurturing and gentle feminine energy. You don't have to be a woman to relate to this. But the Princess of Pentacles is literally pregnant. And she's kind of just embracing that she can just stop and smell the flowers and let this natural thing grow within her. So I think maybe you could even be letting go of sort of like a logical side to yourself and embracing like a more emotional, intuitive, deep part of yourself. And it's actually carrying you forward through this 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is all about having just taken action on certain things, and now you're seeing it almost carry itself. So I do want to get into like the specifics, so we'll clarify these. Very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get one more tower with that. I mean, one more card with that. I just said what the card was. Okay, yes. So, kind of backtracking here, we have the Three of Wands, right? This got clarified by the Tower with the Ten of Wands. So, I think you had a moment recently where you had a lot of things come breaking down, and it was because you were carrying so much weight. You were carrying all these sticks on your head and not giving yourself permission to almost have fun with the things that you want to do. And this tower moment, whatever it was, kind of like forced you in a sense or broke down your way of being because it wasn't working anymore. You weren't able to carry on like this anymore. Um and so now I think going into this month, this Three of Wands energy is you moving forward in a way that isn't so heavy all the time. The Well in reverse can indicate an energy of being really heavy and feeling stuck in something that feels like so much weight, right? And that's the same thing with the Ten of Wands. So I think that you, by having this sort of moment that maybe it was really hard to let go of this way of being because you got so used to it, but by breaking it down, it's giving you the opportunity to have more fun this month. It's giving you the opportunity to feel things, but in a way that isn't so like pressure to do more with it. You know, like you can just feel to feel. You don't have to feel because you need to grow or take on other people's burdens. And then with the Princess of Pentacles, we have that being clarified by the Prince of Wands, which is so funny because I think maybe a lot of you could be normally in this energy of the Prince of Wands where you feel the need to go, go, go. Like this guy is on the chariot. He's being led by a lion, which represents strength. So it's kind of like that combination of strength and chariot energy is where you're just like headstrong and ready to take any action that you need to in order to pursue the things you want to do. And now this month, it's kind of like your way of taking action, your way of moving forward is by just enjoying everything that you've already done and letting things happen naturally. This Princess of Pentacles, I can't tell you how like significant it is to me that she's pregnant, because pregnancy is not something that you have to think about. I mean, yes, I know that it takes a lot going and the whole process of being pregnant and trying to get pregnant, that is not something that I want to discredit at all. It is hard work. But I will say it is a natural phenomenon where it's just something that's naturally occurring in a person's body. And so I think that's what's happening with you is you're realizing your way of moving forward is by honoring what's happening naturally in your body. So maybe before in the past you led in sort of like a logical way where you were like, oh, this, it makes the most sense for me to do this because that's going to make me the most money, or that's going to be the thing that, propels me forward. But now instead of you thinking about it so much, you're moving into a place with your body where you're honoring what you feel. And you're like, does that feel right? Does it feel right to go and do that? Or does it feel right to just sit here and enjoy this beautiful month? I love June, personally. Yes, my birthday is in June, and so of course I'm going to enjoy it, but I also just love the weather and the green and the blue in the sky. So I think you're really being encouraged to enjoy that as well. And then with the Six of Swords, this was clarified by the moon, which is so funny. It's funny to me because the Six of Swords, the word is science, and this card is all about moving from something that felt like more rocky waters to something that feels more smooth waters. So I really do feel like you are moving into this energy of just really honoring your emotions, honoring the deep, deep parts of yourself, your subconscious desires, and the way you flow naturally. I also can't help but notice on the moon the significant Pisces symbol here, right, with the two fish. Pisces is a mutable water sign. So it really is. Oh my goodness, all my cards just went flying. I'll be right back. Continuing with that thought, Pisces is a mutable water sign. And so I really think honoring the flow of life right now and embracing the natural way things just move and the way your body wants to move is your biggest message for this month. I really love this for you, Pile One. I hope this message resonated, and if it did, please be sure to leave me a comment and a like. It really helps support me. Blessed be, and all the love to you. Okay, if you picked pile number 2 or the deer for the month of June, then this reading could be for you. I did want to talk a little bit about the deer because this card represents the mother of this deck. So you could be a mom yourself, or you could just be really embracing your feminine qualities this month. And that doesn't matter what gender you are, but embracing this sort of like gentleness when you go about things and having love and your heart at the center of all your actions. If that sounds like that's you, then this is definitely for you. And if that's something you've been craving, then you can definitely expect more gentleness this month. Another thing I do want to say is the fact that it is the mother archetype can kind of indicate a new birth of some kind. That doesn't have to mean like a physical birth, right? 111 on the clock, as they say this, but it could mean like the new beginning of a beautiful scenario, whether it's like you're moving into a more happy home life or you are starting a project that really means a lot to you. That could definitely be what's going on for your month of June. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Please send it out. Oh, there's that confirmation of a new beginning. The Ace of Wands coming out very first. So there's a chance that this month is extremely exciting for you because you are taking that first action, that leap of faith, if you will, into something new. Oh, and there is another confirmation with the Queen of Cups energy of you just feeling really nurturing and loving and having your emotions rule you in a sense, but not overtake you, right? And then we have the Four of Wands with the Princess of Wands. So I really do feel like there is some sort of win for you this month, and I really think it begins with you taking this sort of strong action towards something that makes you light up inside, whatever you're passionate about. If you've been like kind of sitting on the back burner with it, I feel like you're finally putting it in motion, and this Four of Wands is like such an indication that it's going to go very well for you. Four of Wands is all about, you know, a union of sorts or some sort of win. The word on it for this deck is completion. So granted, I don't think you're starting something and then completing it this month. Maybe you are if it's a small project, right? But if you're beginning something and then you're going through the first phase of it and it feels like you've completed something, it's going to feel very satisfying for you. this Princess of Wands also indicates to me that, like, this is kind of a new territory for you. You haven't done this before, or you haven't done it like this, you know? So I don't really know what this is, but if an example is like if you have played music your whole life, maybe you put something out there and you're producing for the first time and it feels kind of a little bit, like new territory, but you're going about it in a way that's like you're still just so excited, not really nervous, but more just like a confidence that you're going to do the damn thing. Um and that Four of Wands is like you getting a satisfying result from it. Um let's clarify these. By the Ace of Wands. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so we have the universe coming out in reverse with strength in reverse with that Ace of Wands. So I feel like you are putting an end to a cycle of you not feeling like you have enough strength to do something, or you not feeling like you believe in yourself enough to do something, because instead of you leaning back into this cycle where, you never made the action, you're finally just doing the action without even thinking about it. And I think that's why I kind of got that message with the Princess of Wands of like you not really being nervous, because I think that you've already been so nervous about this. I think that you've had moments where you've been like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this, or I'm not sure I'm like strong enough, capable enough, and now it's like you're not even stuck in your head about it anymore. You're just in the action taking phase where you're just like going based on instinct and not really allowing those overthinking thoughts to hold you back anymore. Okay, let's clarify the Four of Wands with the Princess of Wands. Okay, cute. One more card with this. Wow, okay, you guys, this is something that you have loved since you were a kid. We have the Princess of Cups coming out, and she's so playful with that little dolphin. She's like holding a turtle, and the dolphin's holding a flower. Super cute. And then the Six of Cups came out. And the Six of Cups is all about nostalgia and, embracing our inner child. So I really do think that whatever this is, it's something that you have recognized that you've wanted to do since you were a kid. It's something that you can't like hold back anymore. Um, and you taking these actions towards it is serving your inner child in a way that you didn't even know was possible. Um, yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Oh, does that want to come out? Okay. Oh, so we have the Ten of Pentacles, you guys. So it's possible that you could be in a relationship, or you live with other people who you consider family, or people who you're very close to. Ten of Pentacles represents a happy home life, one that is especially filled with lots of wealth in every vessel, right? So whether it's like you feel really good about money this month and that's something you worried about in the past, or just your emotions because you're in this Queen of Cups energy of being very nurturing. You're nurturing yourself, and that gives you the opportunity to be able to nurture others in a way that is more genuine and authentic to you. Yeah, this is a beautiful month for you guys. I really don't have much else to say. I mean, to me, you are just really embracing sweetness this month and gentleness, and June seems to be a very fun month for you. Like, even if you are taking action on things that you're like excited and passionate about, it doesn't really feel like anything is being forced, or like you're going in a much different direction. Instead, it feels like you're going in the direction you've always meant to be going. Does that even make sense? You're going in the direction that you know feels right to your core. And because you're honoring your inner emotions and your inner world, you're doing it in a way that is so natural and it's beautiful. So happy June, pile two, and be sure to subscribe. Leave me a like and a comment if it made sense for you. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, pile three, if you picked the dragonfly, then this reading could be for you. I do want to talk about the dragonfly a little bit. This one says the master of light, illusion, and the mind. So the dragonfly in this deck represents your inner thoughts. It represents your ideas and the way you process things. So the dragonfly could be a really cool indication that you are kind of a quick thinker and you could be witty, you could be someone who has a lot of ideas. The flip side of this is you could also be someone who becomes very restless and maybe spirals a bit with your thoughts. But just as everything is a double-edged sword, you can also wield your thoughts to, a really crystal place where you're able to filter things in and decipher if things are meant for you. And I think that's really cool because not everyone can do that. A lot of people, I know some people who need to just like feel things, and they need to feel if it's right for them. But I think that you're someone who really values your mind. And me too. I am very similar in that regard. So let's get into your month of June, pile three. Just give this one shuffle. I already shuffled it for the 1000th time, but you gotta give it one more go, right? Just really clear it out. Okay, what can you expect for your month of June, pile number three? Okay. I'm gonna pull one more card and then I'll get into it. Okay, wow. So we have two kings showing up. We have the Two of Wands coming out first, and then the King of Cups and the King of Wands. You guys, I think that you are a very powerful person, and it's possible this month you could be kind of deciding between two different paths. That's what this Two of Wands is about. I'm almost getting the indication that there's some direction you've been going for some time now, whether you've just been putting in small actions, but there's something that's going to start moving and getting momentum this month. And it's because right now you're sort of being very strong-willed about it. This King of Cups and King of Wands energy, and to me, the perspective of them is that they're facing each other, right? And so I almost feel like you're, in a way, finding a way to culminate your emotions and your passions and use it to your advantage to move forward in some direction that you've been wanting to go. Okay, let's clarify each of these. Let's clarify the Two of Wands. Ooh, I'm gonna put the back because that was so many. Can we clarify the Two of Wands? Oops. Send it out, please. Oh, thank you. Clarify the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Wands. Okay. Okay, you guys. So I do want to talk about the bottom of the deck. We have the Five of Wands here. So I think that a theme in your life lately has been about conflicts. And it doesn't have to necessarily even be that you've been like fighting with other people, but it could be that you've just been, it could be your mind, right? It could be those thoughts that have been sort of spiraling in a way that you've just been kind of hitting ahead with things. And I feel like this month, this Two of Wands energy being clarified by the Ace of Pentacles as like you're getting that new beginning, that fresh start in order to finally go with something that you've been like, when is that gonna go? I don't know. I I feel like for a lot of you, for some reason, this could be like a new job or some sort of new opportunity to make money because the Two of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Ace of Pentacles is obviously going to be about financial stuff, right? I mean, Pentacles is the physical. Um, but specifically with this imagery, I do just feel like he is going forward on some sort of mission. So I feel like if you've been applying to jobs or if you've been like researching ways you can make money with like a hobby of yours, I think that you're putting in some sort of plan and you're not just like willy-nilly doing a bunch of random actions. I feel like you're actually being smart about your choices and it's going to start to move for you. This King of Cups was clarified by the Six of Pentacles. So I also feel like if you're in a relationship especially, but if you are just, you know, um curious about your emotional connections this month, I think they're going to be very even give and take, and you're going to feel like you have been given the opportunity to have a reciprocal love, essentially. Like, this is something that feels very even. And the word on the Six of Pentacles is success. And I did want to mention that because if you've been like in the past, you've had relationships where it did not feel like an even give and take, this is almost like that. Hey, here it is. Here's that win you've been wanting. And it's because you're being so emotionally mature and you're figuring out exactly what it is that you want and you're not settling for less. The King of Cups does not settle. None of the kings and queens settle. The King of Cups is going to see what is rightfully meant for him and he's going to seek it out. So I do think that it's possible some of you could be the instigators if you are interested in someone and you're like, hey, I could see that being like a really healthy relationship and they're really cool and cute, you know? I could see it being that you take the leap. Or it could be that, you know, you're in a relationship and you're feeling this sort of level up in your relationship because you're both taking it more seriously. And the Six of Pentacles is that it's that it's that feeling like it's coming right back to you because you're putting in that effort and so are they. And then with the King of Wands, we have that clarified by the universe. So I really feel like if you have been feeling like you maybe in the past you lacked confidence or you questioned your thoughts a lot, right? That's that dragonfly reverse energy. I feel like this King of Wands with the universe is you closing out some sort of cycle when it comes to your confidence and comes to your ability to follow through on things. I feel like this King of Wands is someone who is willing to go after the things they want. And just because of the way things turned out in the past and the cycles they went through in the past, doesn't mean that they have to go and repeat those cycles. They're going to go through with it. So if you've been worried about your follow through, I think this month is you proving to yourself like, oh, I have the capability to do this and I don't have to be so on guard on the time all the time. I don't have to like fight with myself anymore about this. I can just put in the plan and create the action, because I do want to say like this isn't the Ace of Wands that came out. You have the Two of Wands that came out, right? And so it's not just about taking that action. It is about putting in the plan to make sure you keep taking the action. So I mean, this is going to be a different scenario for everyone. If it's the case that you get a new job and that's just what it is for you, then I feel like that's in itself that makes sense. But if the case is like you are sort of trying to be a self-starter or you know you're trying to make a hobby into a business, this is you just following through on every opportunity you have to make money, every opportunity you have to turn things into profitable for you. And that is through thorough planning, and I really recommend getting a planner because I've said that word so many times. Okay, awesome. This was your reading, pile 3. Your June looks awesome. Honestly, everyone's Junes looked awesome, so that makes me so happy. This is my birth month, and my birthday's in a few days, so if you wouldn't mind supporting me with a comment or a like, a subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate you for watching this so far, and I love you. Have a good day.